everyone, my name is Tiffany and this is my channel, Who's Your Handmade. Thank you so much for stopping by today. In today's video, it's another episode of Hashtag Friday Sews. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. As always, thank you so much to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for starting Hashtag Friday Sews and allowing all of us sewists to jump on board with that hashtag and make these really fun videos on Friday about what we've been sewing, what we hope to sew, and a little bit about life in between. Thank you, Jen, for sharing that hashtag with us all. And thank you so much to each of my friends who are tuning in again today. It means so very much to me that you are here. Thank you for your kindness and your friendship. It means so much. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you will consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to get to know you better and welcome you into the sewing community. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. I love chatting with you down below in the comment section. I love hearing about what you're sewing, about what your weekend plans might be, or it doesn't have to be about sewing. I just love chatting with you guys down below. So it has been a great week of sewing, you guys. Last week we did that kind of different Hashtag Friday Sews video. It was Hashtag Friday Sews day to day, and I took you along with me in my day-to-day for about a week, and you guys saw the reality of being a working lady, a mama, a wife. I have a family, and of course I love to sew. So you saw the reality, and sometimes there is a lot of sewing and sometimes there just isn't. Feast and famine, as the Bible says. So sometimes you get a lot of sewing time during the weekend, and sometimes I'm just busy and I'm not around in my sewing room. But this week I have been in my sewing room. I had some really good nap time sessions. I've said before that my daughter still takes very good afternoon naps, and I take advantage of those on the weekend. So put her down for a nap, and I don't cook, I don't clean, I try not to focus on anything else except for my sewing time. That's my time. So I was able to get up into the sewing room and I have finished so many things. Let me just show you a real quick. I know I've been talking about these for months now, but this was such a big effort this weekend to kick out all 8 of these little dresses. This is the pillowcase dress that I was making to donate to my charity. I had talked about this during Project Dress a Girl. This is a great option for a Project Dress a Girl dress, but I wanted to do 8 more for my charity that I'm turning in this weekend. So this weekend, the end of October, is the cutoff for my charity. So I knew I needed to get these completed. So I put the blinders on, you guys, and I focused in on completing all 8 of them. There are 8 here, different sizes, a variation of sizes to go with the 3 that I already completed last month. So a total of 11 little dresses headed off to little girls around the world. I hope that they are blessed through these and know that they are loved. Above all, they are loved. So I was really excited to get those off my plate. You know, I really loved doing that. I loved making these little dresses, but it becomes all consuming. And I said it last year, and a lot of other sewists have said that they want to do this through the year to alleviate the pressure of sewing them all in September and October. And I totally agree. I need to just set aside some fabric and maybe even make myself some kits and have those available to pull off my shelf every month. In January, I have a kit to pull off, and then I can just make up a little dress. We're gonna have to get organized with that because it does take over my life in September and October. I love doing it, I love contributing, but it is a huge effort. I thought that doing them batch sewing would be easier, and maybe it did, but still doing 8 of the process at a time is still time consuming. But anyway, I was able to finish those, and then I was able to complete Addie's little costume. Now I'm not gonna show you the whole costume yet. We'll reveal that next weekend after she does a little trick-or-treating with her cousins, but I did finish her dress. Now this is just a normal normal pattern. This isn't any kind of fancy costume pattern. This is a Peekaboo Patterns Daydreamer dress. You've probably heard me say before that Addie wants to be Peppa Pig. She loves watching Peppa Pig. And Peppa is dressed in just a simple A-line red dress. So this is kind of the pinkish red color that she had. Thankfully, I had this fabric in my stash. It is a jersey type fabric. It sewed up just fine. This little dress was really easy to sew. I really like this pattern. I did a tank dress for the first time in my life, I think. I don't think I've ever sewn a tank dress before, and especially have never done bands like this around the armholes. I did all of these bands on my serger. You can see my Acclaim serger back there. Worked perfectly fine. I was able to stretch the band to the armhole and the neckline just fine. So really happy with this little dress. I did grade again for Addie. She has long legs, so I tried to lengthen them. I went a little overboard on this one actually. I used a size 3T up here in the bodice area, and then as I got into the hip area, I started grading down to a 5. 5 was too long for her, so I have quite a chunky hem here at the bottom, which is fine. I didn't cut it off, I just rolled it up into a chunky hem so that I can let it out. If she can still fit this portion of the dress, I can let it out. That's the other cool thing about using a normal dress pattern for a costume. This dress is a normal dress. So it's gonna go into her wardrobe when we're done with Halloween. It's not a one and done costume. I'm really pleased with how it turned out because she can use it again in the future. Going along with her Peppa Pig's costume, I did order her some cute little pig ears off Amazon, which she loves wearing. And actually, she was wearing them in a portion of my Friday Sews last week. Addie was featured several times in that video. I'll link it down below if you didn't get to watch it. I know sometimes those aren't the most popular kind of videos, those vlog types, but it was fun to have her featured in there a few times. And then I made her a little piggy tail. So this is just some felt and a pipe cleaner. So a cute little pigtail. I think I'll just safety pin it to her dress so that it doesn't tear up the dress. So I'm not going to permanently affix it to the dress, and Addie's costume is good to go. I love making her little costumes, and I am creeping up to doing more and more. This is the first garment that I've made for one of her Halloween costumes, but I have incorporated sewing in almost every costume that she's made. I'll link down below to a couple videos from last year. I showed her skunk outfit. I made her skunk outfit. And then I also did her little cow outfit from last year. So I'll link those videos down below if you didn't catch those before. It has been getting really cold here in Indiana. We've had some pretty chilly mornings in the 30s. So that's chilly for us, and I'm not quite ready for this cold weather. A lot of our cold weather garments are still in boxes downstairs. So I wanted to make Addie a hat. She needed a hat to wear outside when we walk the dog and go on walks and such. So I pulled out a free pattern. This is a really neat free pattern. It's from funwithfleece.com. I'm gonna have all the information down below. You do have to sign up for her newsletter in order to get the pattern. She emails it to you, and then of course you're a part of her newsletter. But it's a really good pattern with a ton of size options. So this is a fleece hat, again a free pattern, and this is what your pattern piece looks like when you are able to download it. Very easy, very fun hat to sew up. Like I said, a ton of sizes from 0 to 3 all the way up to an adult extra large, and they give you how many inches for each of them. So this is a really great pattern. Again, this one I've cut to Addie's size, so I made her the size 2 to 5 years. So what you do with this pattern piece is you cut 2 of these out of your fleece fabric, and then you sew them together, right sides together, up both of these sides sides to the V, stopping at the V on both sides. And then when you get done, you take your hat and you flatten the V so that it becomes one seam itself, and you sew the top of the hat together. And that is about it. You do hem, you turn the bottom up once, and then you hem it at the bottom, and you're done with your hat. So let me show you Addie's. Now I have embellished a little bit with the pom-pom, and I'm going to talk about that in just a second, but this is the darling little hat. Look how cute it is, you guys, and it is so fast. Let me see if I can show you the top. You have something of a cross. You have these cross seams, and that's where you close up the top. So this is a darling little hat. I just used some fleece scraps. This is a great scrap pattern. So if you've made fleece blankets and you have some leftover fleece, grab this hat pattern. It's so good for that. Really cute little hat for Addie. Now let's talk about the pom-pom. Of course, the pattern is just helping you make the hat. They didn't really talk about pom-poms. She does have some embellishments that you can add to the hat, but it's just a basic hat. So I wanted to add the cute little pom-pom there on top. So I went to Joann's and bought myself the Clover pom-pom maker kit. They have like four different sizes. This one was the larger of the two. So I grabbed these, and I did use this blue one. I think I have it in there backwards, but it does say pom-pom maker up there. Very simple to make. I just grabbed some yarn out of my stash and I made the little pom-pom there for the top. I love it. It's super cute. It might be a little bit wobbly, so I need to work on how I attach it. But she loves it. She calls it her snowman hat. So I definitely have plans to make more of these for Addie. And like I said, this goes up to a size adult extra large. So I'm gonna make one for Josh for when he's out and about in the cold winter months. I would make one for myself, but I usually have my hair up, so I'm not real sure how it would work for that. But I do love this pattern. Again, I'm gonna link it down below. Great, fun, fast sew if you want something to make for your loved ones for Christmas. And also, we have used this pattern in our church sewing group to donate to the homeless. It is a great pattern to give to your sewing group or for you to do for yourself, to sew up really quick, very practical, really amazing little garments for the homeless that are in your area. So this is something that you can sew very quickly, but has a big impact on keeping someone warm. Love this little pattern. You'll be seeing more. I'll be making more. I actually have some fleece right over there that I have set out for a new one for Addie and one for Josh. So you guys, that was my sewing. That was a ton for me, considering I really did not sew any at all the last week or so. So this last weekend was great. It was so much fun to be up in my sewing room and getting so much accomplished. For this weekend, we are going away. We're going to be camping at my mom's house. Thank you so much to each one of you who have said prayers for Dad or asked about Dad, how he's doing, how he's progressing. He is doing better. He is home. He still has to go into a rehab center a couple times a week to do some rehab. And of course, he's doing some on his own at home, but we are so thankful for his progress. So blessed to still have him with us, you guys. It is so amazing to see a miracle right in front of your own eyes, and it's amazing. So thank you again for your prayers and your well wishes and your good vibes. It means so much to me. Thank you so much for caring and for your kindness. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for me on this hashtag Friday Sews. Like I said, let me know down below what you'll be doing this weekend. What are you sewing? What's on your sewing table? I would love to chat with you down below. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.